And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
And now an audible here into something else. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. The Dolphins at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Up the middle, Achane. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete. It's Devon Vele. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Don't worry. It's hot. Hot. 180. It's hot. Sit up.
On first down, it's a run with Ali. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. catches. That'll be a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now Lamar changing the look. To throw is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 35 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The kick is good.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Here is 3rd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Well, we saw plenty of throws like this in Columbus last year. He's got his guys a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. You got tight. You got tight right there. Steady, ready?
A run straight ahead with H.M. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Go.
They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's a catch downfield by Collins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That one goes for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Hit it on. Hey, middle. Go. Hit it on.
Now it's Jackson. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Second and 10.
What is it on? You at. Hey, Ozzy, shut up. Go ahead. 13.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he'll tuck it. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
15-yard loss. And it's third down. Third and long.
He'll drop to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
No, we changed it.
Now Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
18 Cardinal.
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they'll audible to something else.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
27 yards. And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Slant pass hauled in by Campbell.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Ravens 19. Dolphins nothing. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's 2nd and 8.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time. it's going to lead to third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And that is incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
2nd and 9 now. Short throw to Smith. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Motion, motion, motion.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back to throw.
too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now a 2nd and 10. Achane gets it from the gun.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
18 Rattler. Scoop.
They're going to look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mikey, 18. Panther 11.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Jackson now. Open man, that's Campbell. And he's got this down to the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nico Collins, 35 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. 2nd and 3. Now he'll tuck this and run. Short throw to Smith. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 25, here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, here we go. Bravo 80.
H-Chan here, they stay on the ground.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
Ready? 68, 79 Broncos. Check go.
He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? Viking 18, 19 Lions. Hut, hut.
They'll drop to throw. And they're going to get it. They bring him down the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Under pressure, they got him again.
Trenton Simpson, he just flew in there to drop him.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Flair, Flair. Warrior 70. Cup 19, Cup.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Over the middle, he finds Vele.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Vele,
his 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Point after here coming up. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score. Ravens 26, Dolphins 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
The tackle
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, it doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Throwing is Jackson. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lamar going to give this to Ali. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Yo, yo. Report.
From the gun, Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Here's Achane to start the drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get that complete to Vele. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling has been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This now a 3rd and 4.
Back to throw here.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Back to throw now on first down. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll look to throw again.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released.